Oh, hey. Um, should probably start off introducing myself. Name is David, and I grew up in Warrensville Heights, Ohio. And growing up, loved music. Always loved music. My family tells me that I'm an old soul because I listen to like the Jackson 5, the Bee Gees, Simon and Garfunkel, a lot of old music that I really shouldn't have any idea what it is, but I do, and I love it. I grew up going to my grandmother's church, and she was a part of the choir, so I loved listening to her and just the music that they would sing. So yeah, just music has always been a huge part of my life. I was a part of band in high school. I played trumpet and drums, and I know how to play the piano. I have a record player in my office right now, and it's pretty dope, I'm not gonna lie. I was homeschooled from 5th to 10th grade. Went to a CBCA for my junior and senior year. Well, junior year, I didn't go to prom, didn't go to homecoming, anything like that. Senior year, I didn't go to homecoming, but I decided, hey, I'm going to ask a girl out to prom. Like, I just didn't know how that whole interaction with girls was going to go down, what I was supposed to do, how I was supposed to act with the girl I was interested in. So I ended up asking the girl to prom. She said yes. I was very excited, and I knew I had to do something to like really make an impact, make her like me, because I wasn't sure if she did. And I made 2 playlists for her to have playing in the car. So one of the playlists was a country music playlist, and another one was a John Mayer playlist. I hated both of those. Country music, it's nothing but my truck broke down, my wife left me, I lost my dog, red Solo cups, just whining all the time. And John Mayer, I didn't like, because girls liked him. That was it. I just pictured him being one of those guys sitting in some college quad with his guitar and girls just encircling him, swooning because he knows how to play the guitar. And I hated it. But I made 2 playlists for her, and we listened to them on the way to prom. She absolutely loved it. She gave me a hug that night. I was on top of the world because a girl never hugged me before, so I was like, this is the best. Loved it. It was a great night. Let's see. We would do things, like we did stuff over the summer, and she ended up going to Olivet Nazarene. I ended up coming to Malone. A year had passed, my sophomore year. It was fall break. I decided, you know what, I want to go surprise her, visit her, and see if we can actually do this thing. So I hop on the megabus, ride 7 hours to Olivet Nazarene University in Chicago, and I spend the weekend with her. And I thought things were going well. I ended up holding her hand the day before I left. Ride the megabus 7 hours back here, hop on my Facebook, and I see a message from her. And she tells me that the time that we spent together was very awkward and unusual, and it wasn't going to hang out. It wasn't going to happen. And I was like, I was just crushed. I thought things were going well. I didn't know what was going on. I held her hand, so I'm like, obviously things are going well. But it didn't work out, and I turned to music, of course, to help me try and get over this terrible, deep depression that I found myself in. And oddly enough, I ended up turning to John Mayer, and it was, the song was The Heart of Life. And I absolutely love that song. It's one of my favorite songs now. But during that time, I found myself just crushed, devastated. I would listen to that song. I ended up listening to that song 257 times in a row on my iTunes. I know it's a little ridiculous, and I know that now, but you have to understand, my heart was broken. I put myself out there, she wasn't having it, my life was destroyed. I was very dramatic during that time. But yeah, I listened to that song 257 times in a row, and eventually I got over it, and like right now, I still listen to that song. Like when I'm driving in the car, I'm just trying to chill out. I'm always able to go back to that song. It does bring up some like bittersweet memories of that time, but just knowing, you know what, quoting the song right now. Love throws your heart to the ground, but love at the same time will turn everything around. And no, it doesn't all go the way it should, but the heart of life is always good. It's like, oh, that song, absolutely love it. I've just always found, like ever since I was a little kid, that for some reason music, it always like, it's a great way for me just to have a better understanding of what I'm feeling. It's a way for me to express myself, and yeah, I've just always, music, man, I absolutely love it.
Is that it?
That's my story, yeah.
Hear your story.
You don't want to hear my story.
Why not?
It's not